Jeremy, I don't know if you really thought this out here. We were ready. So we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight here. Obviously, we're celebrating Jeremy's 40th birthday. Give it up for Jeremy. And we're gonna roast his ass. And so, for anybody who doesn't know me, my name is Tato Simmons. I've known Jeremy for quite a long time. Really, I mean, it's been since 2005. I mean, I think Jeremy and I go back farther than his hairline.
And it begins.
The one thing I was worried about.
But no, we're gonna have a good night. But before we get into it, I want to give it up to the people that organized this. Obviously, Jeremy had a role, but when I got my invitation a few weeks ago, I saw that every word in the invitation was spelled correctly. And I knew Anik. And so let's give it up for Anik. Great job, Anik. It's a great venue. The staff have been awesome. The spread was great. The food outside, let's go. And so, great job, Anik. Awesome. And so, it's funny, Anik has a PhD in machine learning. And Jeremy failed grade 12.
So true.
They let you do it again.
I mean, Jeremy's in a relationship. Anik's in a research study.
Alright, that's enough.
I mean, during Anik's graduate studies, she studied the brain activity of mice. And I think that's why she understands Jeremy so well. I mean, when you think about it, Jeremy's a lot like a mouse. He'll eat anything that's on the counter late at night. He's been kicked out of countless bars and restaurants. And you know he's in your house by the shits he leaves behind. Before I get into it as well, I've got to shout out. I know a lot of people have come from a ways, but I've got to shout out Judy Foran, who's recording me right now, and Larry Foran. Give it up for Judy and Larry, please. Jeremy is half Middle Eastern, that's Judy's side, and he's half Irish, that is Larry's side. And there's some really negative stereotypes about Middle Eastern and Irish people that, they're prone to conflict and violence. But Jeremy is not a violent person at all, truly. He doesn't have a violent bone in his body.
But
there's always a but.
Wait for it, guys.
No, truly, the only thing he battles is his blood sugar. It's gonna get so much worse. It's gonna get so much worse. I mean, truly, Jeremy uses ChatGPT for dirty talk. For him, that means greasy pizza talk. Jeremy actually keeps pepperoni in his first aid kit. Jeremy's face has more puffy features than a Notorious B.I.G. album.
I've made
I'm
a
a-
huge mistake.
I'm afraid to say this next one with Judy recording.
Go ahead.
All right, I got permission. Jeremy likes to go to the fridge and get condiments before eating pussy.
You said you could go ahead. In the name of the Father and of the Son.
Okay, so if anybody thinks that these jokes are a bit too mean or a bit too harsh, I want to remind you, Jeremy has a very thick skin. Very thick skin. That's because he's fat. I'm joking, man. Honestly, you're in the best shape of your life. No, you are. You're like becoming a perfect circle. It's incredible. I mean, Jeremy, it's like this big, round, 360 degrees. When you think about it, Jeremy has more useless degrees than an eek.
Let's wrap it up again.
For Jeremy, that's a joke about university degrees, Jeremy. And a degree is what you get when you finish. That's what, okay. The only paper Jeremy got in university was his syllabus. But no, you're really not that big. But here's the thing, I've got a weight loss tip. You could lose 10 pounds overnight if you just shaved your back hair.
So true.
I mean, Jeremy is this beautiful, hairy, Lebanese man. And, you know, I've known him for a long time, and he's always had a way with words, as I think we can all agree. And he's always been very popular with the ladies, and it was incredible to see, even with the mullet. Even with the mullet,
I know.
Jeremy was still popular with the ladies. Like, finding a woman who's into a man with a mullet
And a hairy back.
is like finding a needle in a haystack, which is also how women describe trying to find Jeremy's penis.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Jeremy's penis has more fluff.
You haven't even seen it.
Jeremy's penis has more fluff.
How much flush does it have?
It has more fluff than House of Dragons Season 2. That was all from memory here. I gotta go back to the notes here. Thank you. Thank you.
5 minutes of comedian, so.
I've only got 10 more minutes of dick jokes. Is that okay? Jeremy's dick is like a dragon. It's like a dragon in Game of Thrones. It sleeps most of the day. It only gets big because of computer-generated images. And anyone who rides it is afraid of getting a burning sensation. We've got to keep this night going. So, I want everybody, if you have a glass, we're going to do a toast. Please put your glass in the air. Dang. To Jeremy, who's not just turning 40, but reaching his stride. To the adventures we've shared. To the wisdom you've gained. And to the memories to come. To Jeremy. All right. That was fun. So we've got, behind me, we've got a group of very eager roasters. You know, we're all first-time roasters, but what we lack in experience, we make up for in material, because we're making fun of Jeremy. So we're all looking forward to it, and without further ado, I want to call two people to the stage who are going to be our next roasters. We're going to have a tag team. I'm going to call two people who put the KKK in Karen. Nicole and Melanie, give it up.
I laughed so hard I spilled. Teo, that was so good. Thanks for that introduction. For those who don't yet know, we're Melanie and Nicole. We met Jer Family Day weekend 2014, so we're celebrating 10 years of friendship this year. How beautiful is that? We were all single on the slopes of Mount Tremblant. Our first impressions of Jeremy: tall, dark, hairy. And it's just a whisper of rapey. So firstly, we just want to thank Meek for putting on this a wonderful event. I'm having such a great time, and hope you guys are as well. This is such a great event. Any excuse to rip on Jared, it's going to be a good turnout, so I'm happy to see so many people here tonight. I speak from the heart when I say this. A lot of us are surprised we made it this far. I'm so glad to be doing this for you tonight, Jeremy. We love and support you. But Jared, this is actually an intervention, not a roast. We just want you to admit that you are not that good of a DJ. Just kidding, I still want you to DJ anyway. So this is really the who's who of people who had no plans tonight. It's really great to finally meet some of the people I've heard about over the years. I actually wanted to know if the gynecologist that we call at 3 o'clock in the morning. I have some questions.
No.
No, he's not here. I can call him if you want.
I'll call him later.
Yeah.
That brought many hours of entertainment over the last 10 years. Also, Jer's parents are here all the way from Halifax. Did you guys know? Did you know that Jer's dad is a successful realtor, a former nightclub owner, all-around stylish guy, a real man of substance and style, and Jer's biggest accomplishment at 40 is DJing an empty bar.
You guys never came. So partly your fault.
Jeremy, seriously, don't be ashamed of who you are. Leave that to your parents.
All right, guys, I think
Through the years, we've witnessed Jeremy through all the chapters, the bro spans of his life, if you will. And there are many, many bro spans. There's frat bro, chalet bro, tech bro, and now startup bro. So here's the deal. Roasting Jeremy is truly an embarrassment of riches. There's just so much content, so we gotta dive in. Jeremy is like ordering Uber Eats at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. You want an authentic shawarma, but the best they can do is a donair with a suspicious black curly hair on it.
Damn.
Jeremy, you look like a falafel that was dropped on the floor in a pet store. You look like you've railed lines of hummus. You look like...
All right, you guys just give me
You look like you've definitely used donair sauce in place of lube. You look like you've slept on a sticky frat house floor more times than a condom wrapper.
That's so true.
You look like you get stopped at airport security for having a suspicious
Yep.
bag, but it's just full of USB cables and chocolate bars.
So true.
You look like patient zero for the recent syphilis resurgence. You look
Yo,
like...
how many of these do you have?
anger blasting.
You look like you have children you don't know about.
You look like you bought your underwear from a podcast.
You look like you've printed your own CPAP machine on the printer, on the 3D printer.
Okay, sorry. So back to the bro spans. Let's start with frat bro. So we all know that Jer spent a decade in the Sigma Chi fraternity. Books weren't his passion, but he did manage to hone in on the perfect pickup line using only 2 words. Hey, Mom. His master vocabulary didn't really help him in the classroom, but it did help him on the streets. His strategy? Keep the ladies busy so they don't notice his back hair. Jeremy's so hairy. All along, he thought he was president of the fraternity, but he was actually the Sigma mascot. Jeremy's fraternity brother, Teo, is emceeing tonight. How fun was that? Teo actually wants to run for Prime Minister of Canada one day. Super cool. Listen, Teo, here's some free political advice. Distance yourself from this guy. Distance yourself from this guy when it's Kanye West in full blackface for Halloween. Jeremy, he made political friends, but he's not much for politics himself. Jeremy's so dumb, he actually voted for Kanye West.
He had a good platform.
Kanye is actually Jeremy's hall pass. He's such a big fan. After a couple drinks, Teo, you could easily slide in there. So we're clear, by slide in there, we are suggesting Jeremy you're the bottom. Enough about frat bro, let's move on to chalet bro. As a hairy Lebanese man, snowboarding is a perfect sport because your chest and back hair are natural insulation layer. It was during the chalet bro era that we were introduced to the monokini. So Jeremy owns a green monokini. We saw it out there with the cupcakes. And it's made a lot of appearances through the years. Your personal sense of style is like if Foran worked at the Gap. Fashion may not be Jer's strong suit, but we know his first love, and that's technology. Jer's a straightforward dude, black or white, A or B, binary code, if you will, since zeros and ones give him a boner. Jer isn't just a tech bro, though. He's a real educator who's passionate about sharing his knowledge about technology, and this has resulted in a lot of technical advances in all of our lives. Who here uses Plex?
You're welcome.
You can always tell what kind of mood Jer's in by his recent Plex upload selections, and we do have some questions about your Bridgerton phase.
That's just good storytelling.
Who had their first VR porn experience at Jeremy's house? Okay, it's just that. 3D printing is another technological advance, courtesy of Jer, but it's too bad you can't 3D print yourself a bigger dick. For those who don't, there are some tech bro things though that haven't rubbed off on us. And for one of them is Soylent. For those who don't know Soylent, Jer's a really big proponent. It's a meal replacement drink that many IT guys use when they're so plugged in they have no time to eat. So he drinks a lot of Soylent, but let's be serious, Jeremy. You may have missed deadlines, but you've never missed a meal.
Stop laughing so much, guys. It's kind of hurtful.
Okay, so Tech Bro has evolved into Startup Bro, and we couldn't be more proud. Although we were surprised you went with Blue Flag as the name of your consulting company when we all know that you're a walking red flag. Jer, you put the bro in broadband.
So I would be remiss if we didn't spend some time talking about Jeremy and Anik's relationship. Did you know, according to Jer, technically they are still on their first date? Anik, blink twice if you need us to get you out of here. There's a survivor support group we can get you. Jokes aside, Jeremy and Anik met because they live in the same apartment building. Talk about setting your Tinder radius low. That was 6 years ago. I can't believe it. They still maintain and live in separate apartments. And I think that that is an ideal situation. I too would not want to live in the frat house that Jeremy calls a home. Anywhere that has a whiteboard, a snowboard, and a circuit board as decor is
That's good.
it's too nerdy. I also don't think I could handle Genuine's pony playing every hour.
On the hour.
On the hour,
Yeah,
yeah. So in all seriousness, Jeremy already has plans for them to move to his barren plot of land in Nova Scotia. It has a cell tower on it, which turns out is a dream home for Jeremy because it gets really fast Wi-Fi and he doesn't have to decorate. Jeremy and Anik are so perfect for each other. She's a brilliant, beautiful PhD, and he is a middle-aged, hairy beast with a porn addiction.
I have it under control. Fuck, man. Is this the whole night? Is this what we're doing?
When you asked for it, you signed up for it.
Seriously, no, you guys are a great couple, a perfect match, and I got something for you, Anik.
Oh God.
Just something for you guys to twin next time you go to the beach.
Yo, you guys are still going.
Through all the bro spans you've made, all the bro spans of your life, you've always made ours that much richer. Thank you for helping us pick up dudes in the gondola line. Thank you for teaching us the benefits of VR porn. Your wisdom truly runs deep. We're grateful to call you our friend and to be among the gems on this dais. Wishing you a happy 40th.
And so let's raise a glass to Jeremy for his birthday. Here's to you, Jer. Thank you for never changing, even though you probably should.
Little long.
It was 8 minutes.
Keep it going for Nicole and Melanie there. I was hoping those Google flight jokes never ended. You know, it's funny, Nicole and Melanie, I don't know if they mentioned it, but they're big snowboarders. They did mention it at the end, and that's how they met Jeremy, and that's how I met Nicole and Melanie as well. They're just very proficient, very good snowboarders. They also like to party as well. If anybody else wants to party, you can find them in the bathroom. Carving powder. In the slopes.
Mom and Dad, that's hard drugs.
Thanks.
You know, Nicole and Melanie didn't mention how they met. It's actually a very quick story. They actually met at a Walmart. They both walked up to the customer service desk as two complete strangers. They had their items in their hand, no receipt, and in unison they said, "I want to speak with the manager." But we're going to keep it going here. Our next roaster is a man who's had more fingers in him than a bowling ball. Everybody give it up for Alex Forster.
So Jeremy and I go way back. We met in the fraternity, like a few of us here tonight. Now, if you've ever lived in a frat house, you'll know that from time to time, there'll be this one old guy staying there trying to relive his glory days, as it were. Jeremy lived in the frat house in Montreal so long, they thought he was that guy's father. Jeremy, we're all here tonight because we love you, but unfortunately, not all the people who love you could be here. Just off the top of my head, the entire staff of the Liquor Dome in Halifax for some reason. That guy who sells deep-fried mac and cheese balls to Clintons. Those 3 half Lebanese boys from Halifax that keep asking me for your number around Father's Day each year.
Don't give it to me.
Or my dog Neptune. But I think the real reason Neptune likes Jeremy so much is that every time that he and I go up, or even down a flight of stairs, Jeremy sweats out about half a cup of Donair sauce.
It's because I'm overweight, guys.
Speaking of Donair sauce, there was a place around the corner from he and I in Koreatown that had great Donairs. I say was because even though they were there for years and seemed very successful, they closed up shop when Jeremy went away for a long weekend. While I'm on the topic of niche food groups, I'd be remiss, Jeremy, when you're Googling that one later, just sound it out, you'll get there. I'd be remiss to not talk about the meal replacement shake, Soylent. Now, I like Soylent because it helps me get some calories in on days when I might otherwise not eat. You can Google that one later, too. Whereas Jeremy likes Soylent because then he can sneak in extra meals when no one's looking. Unfortunately, Soylent was only on the Canadian market for a couple years before they had to pull out due to what they called regulatory issues. Now, in reality, the reason that they went tits up in Canada is because Jeremy started working for Via Rail, and he would help himself to 2 business class tickets around lunchtime every day just so he could sneak in 2 free lunches to the next town over. And thankfully, Soylent caught on, got him fired from Via, and both companies have seen record profits ever since.
Wow.
Now, some people told me that my stories can be a little verbose, drag on a little bit, but I don't think that's true. So, Jeremy, I'm curious, when did you stop listening and start thinking about food? All right. Let's take a break from the food and the eating. No, seriously
Poor
though.
Jer.
Jeremy is a great guy. That sounds better.
There we go. There we go.
Jeremy is a great guy. Back when I was in the Army, Jeremy had been trying to get me to come work with him for years. Although looking back, I think that was just so we could get 4 free lunches a day. But when I finally did leave the Army, Jeremy got me a great job at an amazing company, and I'll be forever in his debt for getting my career started. I can safely say I wouldn't be where I am today without his mentor. He's really had a lasting impact on me. Another person who's had a lasting impact on me.
Wait for it. It's a setup.
Is his one ex-girlfriend who, after dating Jeremy for only 3 months, now exclusively dates women.
She wasn't a lesbian when we started. But she is now.
Now, I'm not saying Jeremy's hairy, but I think he may have contributed to an often quoted statistic, which is that the Lebanese diaspora is actually the largest in the world. Problem is, when they did that study to find that out, they didn't actually count all the Lebanese people. They just counted the amount of extremely thick black hair flowing down people's bathtub drains. Turns out there's about 7,000 Lebanese people living over in Koreatown.
Jad, you don't laugh.
Just the other day, Jeremy was telling me that he also has a trick for counting really big numbers. But I was really disappointed when I found out what it was. Turns out his trick only works up to 20, and he's got to take his socks off. That's good. Speaking of numbers, a few years ago, Jeremy did a 23andMe and found out that he allegedly has the muscle composition of an elite level power athlete.
Composition consistent with an elite power athlete. It's a technical term.
You say it.
Yeah, it's actually very rare.
So for years after this, he would tell natural-born Olympian. Now, I don't know if all that's true, but based on recent events and what I do know about Jeremy, I don't think there's anything that would get in his way with Olympic pole vaulting. Not the thinker.
That's pretty topical.
That's a topical joke
That's
about
topical.
having a small wiener.
That's topical. I love it.
All right, now I gotta be like Jer and go back to the eating. Now, Jeremy's a bigger guy, which makes him great at hugs, even if my hands have never seen each other.
Yo, wrap it up, guys!
But being bigger has its downsides as well. Like, sometimes you have a hard time fitting places. This one time, I was helping Jeremy by lending him my Jeep, and unfortunately, I had parked a little too close to the wall. Jeremy, as he was shimmying in, made a wisecrack about how I'm so bad at parking that he needs a can opener to get in here. But for those of us that love him, don't worry, the last thing I would ever do is give him easier access to food. Alright, buckle up, this next one's a doozy. So I did some research for tonight. Did you know that in the gay community, a bigger hairy man is called a bear? A smaller hairy man is called an otter. So I think that in the gay community, Jeremy would be what's referred to as a big hairy piece of shit.
I hired you, yo.
So a few weeks ago, I took Jeremy up to the Jays game for Looney Dogs Day. A week after that, when I tried to take him for his second day, when they saw us coming, they changed all the advertising to Toony Dogs Days, while supplies last. You know, they say Canada's cold, but that guy must be freezing with the amount of time he spends in the fridge. But I don't know how he sees anything, because every time I go to his place, the light bulb in his fridge is burnt out from overuse.
Pretty good.
Well, that's all I got. I'm gonna go grab a cold one and some snacks before Jeremy clears everything out.
Keep it going for Forster. Keep it going. That was
Can I go into the washroom?
great. Go for it.
Can we take a 2-minute?
Seriously?
I'm laughing very hard.
All right, we've got a few more stragglers. We're gonna get started in a few. Just looking for Uncle Mike here. Take your time, Uncle Mike.
He's getting nutrition advice from the bartender.
Yeah, okay, well then it could be an hour.
Why we bother with catering?
Oh, they're coming.
You'll just chug soylent.
All right, well, let's keep it going for Alex Forster and that was a great set, Alex. Alex looks like if someone drew the lead singer of Maroon 5 from memory. You know, Alex, Jeremy and I, we met together at university. We met in a fraternity. And Jeremy and I joined the fraternity to meet women. Alex joined the fraternity to get spanked with a paddle. Yeah. It's funny, Alex, you kind of look like the groom at the top of a wedding cake. Which is strange because I've never seen you standing next to a woman. But, no, that's good. Alex, you had a great set. Alex, he is an electrical engineer. He's proficient with wiring and circuit boards. He's really excellent with it. But the strange thing is this. His favorite sex position is getting paid. it's a real shocker. I don't know. But our next roaster is someone who's really funny. Her name is Alana Finder. She's behind me, and in preparation, but before if she comes up, in preparation for this roast, I went to her Instagram. I went to do some research, right?
Oh
And,
no. Oh no.
And I went to the bio. I didn't even. The bio was enough, and in her bio, no, in her bio, it was she had in her bio Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who's the former Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court. And I just thought, that's really cool. The first female Chief Justice, and I thought, Alana's this hot, blonde feminist. She's like Marilyn Monroe v. Wade. Anyways, that's enough for me right now. We're gonna put our hands together for Alana. Let's go.
Thanks for that. What? Somebody went to my Instagram. Alright, so happy birthday, Jeremy. Welcome to the 40s Club. I was gonna attempt to. I'm gonna try, guys. That is what's known as a body roll.
That's
Okay, I'm white. I'm white.
I promise you.
I'm 100% Caucasian. It's not because I'm already 40, although that contributes. But so that used to be his signature dance.
Oh, it is.
It
is.
Still is. Now his body's just full of rolls.
That's a really good joke.
Isn't it crazy? Jeremy is 40 years old. 40.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you don't look a day past 52.
Aw.
I actually met this man earlier, and I was like, I'm a little bit into him. His name's Larry. And I was like, Jeremy has a secret son? Jeremy, it's called Botox.
Just my T-line. Yeah, no, I get it.
Guys, I almost backed out of performing tonight. It's like this little voice inside my head. It kept talking to me, and it's something that Jeremy's really familiar with. He's heard it from women his whole life during sexual intercourse, which is, for God's sakes, please pull out. You know how to self-evaluate.
Mom, Dad.
Now I'm on to self-employed consultant. Daddy. Can you guys cue poor baby daddy by Sexy Brandon Drake? Oh, it's Rich? Oh, no, wrong song. He also can't afford music. He's a consultant.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where I can say with confidence that I know who Kanye West did not write Gold Digger for. The Fresh Prince of Donaire became the Fresh Prince of Welfare.
It's like wordplay. I get it.
The only Lebanese he seems to have left is when he yalla for consulting business on a street corner with a sign written completely in HTML. I should probably explain here that when I first moved to Toronto, my friends told me if you meet a guy at the club and he says he's a consultant, it means he's unemployed. So that's where my jokes are coming from. Also, I worked for a consulting firm, and I can tell you, I forgot I had a job those days. It's kind of like when Jeremy worked as the guy that's gonna put the Wi-Fi on TTC.
do that. I did that. I did that.
That was after you left, but okay.
Wow.
That was back in the day. I mean, we had stabbings, unhoused people, naked people, many delays on the subway. But guess what we didn't have on the subway?
Was it
The
Wi-Fi?
internet.
There's a lot of politics involved.
Let's talk about the evolution of Jeremy's hair. I personally think it's hilarious and amazing, some may say iconic, that you cut off your mullet and framed it and put it up in your place.
It's amazing.
I think it's amazing. But like, this makes you a really bad friend. How do you have Teo over? That is so triggering.
That's why I keep him out of the living room.
Like, you had so much hair you could cut it. Like, someone left their casserole in the microwave at work last week for like a week. It was really disgusting. It had more hair than Teo's ever had.
Wow.
Teo hasn't taken public transit since.
How did this turn into a verse for Teo?
No, fine, or take your time. Take your time for
Teo hasn't taken public transit since he was 14, and someone offered him their seat thinking he's
One more, come on.
Poor Teo.
Teo and I kind of used to date. So this isn't like a premise for another joke. It's just like my reason for like why I just said all that is that, like, as DMX once said, your ex gon' give it to you. But Jeremy, I also understand you had to cut it because you kept showing up for job interviews and like the receptionist was like, oh, we filmed this internally.
Yeah, it was tough.
A little bit awkward. I was like, business in front, desperation at the back. But man, just, guys, look at that face on him. Look at that face.
Aww, dear bear.
Is it like, I am happy? Or is it like, I have happy? So Jeremy used to
I'm
do this-
clean.
Many vaccinations later, yeah. Jeremy used to do this thing, and I feel like it happened more than once, but that sounds crazy. Like, we were just friends, but like, I would be changing to go somewhere, and he was sitting in front of me. I remember one specifically.
Oh, God.
I was changing, like, I had a bra on, but I was taking my shirt off. It was like a tight shirt, and it got stuck. So I was like this, and like, you would think your friend would be like, oh my God, let me help you out. No, he took a photo. So he took a photo, and then like, I'd be at work every now and then, I just get this random text. It was like, Boobasaurus Rex.
Wow.
Like, I don't really know what to do with this, but I was like, okay. But like, this just, like, remember how good a friend I am. Like, you have much larger breasts than me, and I've never taken Like, I have a friend that used to date Jeremy, and she reached out to me recently, and she was like, I heard from Jeremy. I was like, oh my God, I didn't think you guys talked. Like, what's going on? She's like, he wanted to know, like, what specialty store I use for my H bras. And if they make them larger for him. Like, I'm actually, it's amazing that you wore white today. I'm like, that's so brave. What if you lactate? It's funny because my alternate joke was, thank God you didn't wear a white shirt. You did this to yourself. So Jeremy and I used to date. I know, guys, peak of my alcoholism. Don't worry, don't worry. Like, when we dated, we had so so many dinners, like plate overfilling fancy dinners. We only had one date, but he had so many dinners. You know how some of us walk around with like a water bottle? He walks around with Tupperware. And it's full of Costco-sized Lebanese food. He's been emailing the Stanley Company to see when they're going to release giant Tupperware containers. You know, kind of people who walk around with those giant tumblers that are like the size of their head. He's looking for one of those Christmas gift ideas. I was always curious as to why Jeremy always wore so much lip gloss. But then I realized it was just like the grease from whatever Middle Eastern.
I like chicken. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like a thing people eat. It's fine.
It really made me think that when it would come to that goodnight kiss portion of the night with a girl, maybe women should follow Fat Joe's advice and lean back. Okay, Jeremy, that's all I've got. But to conclude, I want you to come up for a big hug. Wait, there's more. So patient. It's not like I'm a plate of food, relax. So I know you love, like, at least with me, I don't think I'm special, but like, love closing your eyes and like smelling hair. Oh, you love a good hair smell.
Like Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm your Carola. Okay, so I want you to come up, but I want you to close your eyes because I want you to like truly prepare for it.
No, I feel like I'm gonna get hit in the balls.
Well, you're still, no, you have to close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. Don't open them until I tell you.
I kind of feel like you're up to something.
No.
Oh no.
Alright, if you are saying no. Get it, chug and
Yes, I
taste.
see.
Oh my God.
You are my friends and family.
Come on, Jeremy, you're fat.
Oh my God!
It's actually really gross.
That's your nephew. Nephew's calling you weak.
We got another comedian.
Come on, chug it. Don't be a pussy. Come on.
Oh my God. You were in a frat? So embarrassing. Your nephew is so disappointed.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw.
Seriously?
Holy smokes! Wow.
Oh my
That was the first time I saw Jeremy struggle to finish a meal. Crazy. No, that was great. Great job, Alana. Awesome job. You know, Alana, she's an East Coast native. She's from Halifax, but she's been in Toronto for a number of years, about, maybe 10 years now, Alana? Yeah. She's, super tapped into the social scene here, but
Oh God.
these days she's living a quieter life. In fact, last night, a few of us went out for drinks. I asked if Alana was joining, and she said, "No, I need to recharge my social battery." Okay. Alana, nowadays she can spend an entire night at home in her bed with her books. And that's fine. I'm not going to judge that. I just think books is a really weird name for your vibrator. I mean, when Alana charges her social battery, it's just 2 double A's. That's all it is. here
Oh my.
gets more buzz in this city than Drake.
Good.
We talked before this, we acknowledged we're good here, and I'm happy we have that agreement, because this next joke is really gonna test the friendship. So, Jeremy is an expert in this technology called Elasticsearch. And, I think that's also another way to describe Alana's vagina.
Oh my god.
I love Alana, I love you, it's all jokes. It's all jokes, we're having fun.
It's like a database.
Uh-huh.
Horizontally scalable.
We're gonna move on from Alana now.
Oh, thank God.
We're gonna keep it moving. We've got an ex-roaster guy who I think is incredibly funny, a guy that I love. This is a guy who looks like what would happen to Jeremy if he got shrunk in a dryer. Everybody, Marty Pines, give it up!
Hey everybody, I really liked Jeremy chugging that ice. I think it was nice for Anique to see what it was like with Jeremy down on one knee.
Nailed it.
Did you just write that? Did you just write that?
Off the top of his head?
So yeah, my name's Marty. I actually live in East Toronto, and I took the subway over here, and holy shit, was that a terrible, unpleasant ride. I went to the manager at the station here in Bathurst, and I'm not typically one to complain, but I said, listen, it's like Kandahar down there, like you've lost control of this place. Like, what the fuck, man? And he said, sir, no, you have to understand, the human excrement and stabbings are actually a customer experience campaign to distract people from how horrific the Wi-Fi is.
Wi-Fi's pretty good.
But to be honest, Jeremy's actually a hero. According to recently declassified documents, there's going to be a terrorist attack on the Toronto subway. When the terrorists were about to detonate the pipe bomb, they looked around and they realized the better way to punish the infidels was to let them keep trying to authenticate Jeremy's fucking dog shit Wi-Fi. Holy shit.
That is so good.
So funny.
So
But anyway, Jeremy parlayed that career success to strike out on his own. So Jeremy is now a consultant, and when he's bidding for projects, it's actually kind of fucked up. He would say that his company, Blue Flag Consulting, is LGBTQ. It's like, Jeremy, you can't say that. And he says, no, man. It stands for Lebanese guy, big time qualified.
It's true. I mean,
So obviously Blue Flag Consulting is off to a really great start. But that doesn't mean that it hasn't had its share of bumps and turbulence. It's actually pretty sad. Jeremy's original business partner walked out on him. But in fairness to Jeremy, he came with some really crazy out of left field shit. He said, I need to feed my family. ragging on Blue Flag Consulting a little bit here, but I don't want to give the impression, unlike others, that Jeremy doesn't have cash. He's actually very wealthy. He owns raw, sort of like undeveloped, overgrown land in Halifax.
Spryfield.
But he's actually in the process of partnering with the residential developer. So what does Anik have in common with this residential developer? They're both trying to navigate Jeremy's overgrown bush in the hopes of one day making a respectable home.
All right, man, wrap it up.
I'm so glad you're
A star is born. But
It's
serious
already-
guys, serious guys.
Yeah. So it's already been mentioned, Jeremy and Anik met, they live together. It's basically every girl's nightmare that you become the object of affection of this like lurking guy who can get into your building and knows where you live. And Anik made that her own little love story. So anyway, I'll just wrap with a super quick story that tells why I love Jeremy. We went out a few months ago, and we were at a bar, and my friend was facing the door, and he's like, "Yeah, what does your buddy Jeremy look like?" I was like, "He looks like the world's largest baby."
Wow.
And I shit you not, 2 minutes later, Jeremy walks in, and he was wearing matching neon sweatshirt and sweatpants.
Yeah, you're
Like if you hired a costume designer to design something to make somebody look like a massive baby, they could not have done any better. So that's why I love Jeremy. Always up for a great time, never disappoints. Yeah, so one of the top dudes, Jeremy, I love you. Going for Marty, absolutely.
And each turn.
How's everyone feeling tonight? We good? How good was Marty? Can we give it up again? Marty just an absolute killer. What was the LGBTQ joke again? Can you say that again?
Lebanese guy, big time qualified.
That's the
Oh,
best.
that's great. I love Marty. I mean, Marty, you look like. I got a few of these. Marty, you look like a serial killer, but all of your victims get away. Marty looks like he still checks the daily COVID-19 numbers. Marty's favorite vacation as a child was to the Neverland Ranch. Which is fitting, because he just bought a timeshare to Epstein Island. So,
Very timely.
I wrote these jokes 3 years ago. We're gonna keep it moving. We've got our last roaster before Jeremy. We've got Anik is coming up next. And you know, before we bring up Anik, you know, it's really cool. I mean, Jeremy loves rap music so much that he's dating an Eminem lookalike.
Oh my god.
It's all love. It's all love. I mean, he kind of looks like a gender fluid Eminem, or like Ellen DeGenderless.
Stop.
Let's put our hands together for our last roaster of the night. Anik Prosser.
Thank you, Marty. What the fuck? I don't know how to follow that. Yeah, it's great to be here tonight. Thank you, everyone, for for coming from far and wide. It is so exciting to see how many people want to see Jeremy get made fun of. We've had some amazing roasters. Thank you to the cast of White Chicks, the Wayans. Wow! Alexander Forrester is here also. He's so excited to be here. He's an extremely talented guy. He's super creative. He does everything to the max. The very first time I met Alex, he was wearing the shortest jean cutoff shorts I've ever seen. He's actually like famous in the neighborhood for them. I think of all of Jeremy's friends, he's the only one whose balls I could pick out in a lineup. You're welcome. That's true, yeah. Why are you wearing them tonight? Forrester shorts are so short, the only thing he can taste all summer long is denim. We also have Marty Pines here, if you've ever wondered what Millhouse Van Houten would look like as a real boy. I want to thank Teo for emceeing tonight. You've been so amazing. It's not easy to listen to adults hurling playground insults at one another, but then again, Teo wants to be in politics. Teo is a lawyer. They say do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life, but arguing with his wife doesn't pay very well. Jeremy and Teo met through the fraternity of brothers who have dated Alana Fine. Now chapters across every major city in Canada. Alana is still looking for Mr. Right, so for any single guys in the audience, make sure your shots are up to date.
That's a cough from my chlamydia.
I'm very lucky that I found my Mr. Right in Jeremy, although we are pretty different in some ways. I love to cook and try new foods, and Jeremy would be pretty happy if he could get his soylent from a big hamster bottle next to him. I did all of the school that a person can do, and Jeremy is proof that hooked on phonics does not work on everyone.
It's okay. You're fine.
Whatever, she chose me.
Yeah, she did.
When we first met, Jeremy was rocking his infamous mullet. He told me his boss made him cut it, but I think it was getting a little bit more business in the front, party in the back, vacation on top.
It's pretty good.
Jared and I have been together for 6 years, and it's going great. And I think we have a good few years left before Amazon figures out how to put an Alexa in a sex doll.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. That's 4 years. Even 10. When we first got together, I asked Jeremy, what kind of foreplay are you into? And he said,
Oh.
foreplay? My Xbox only has 3 controllers.
Yeah.
Again, you chose me.
But seriously, I love this man. Jeremy is so kind and so generous, and he is really a true feminist. And he shows that to me every day in cute little ways like earning less than me. I do love you.
That one hurt.
I got clearance for these jokes first. A lot of people don't know that Jeremy's a very good listener, because he isn't. One of the perks of our relationship is that we keep separate apartments in the same building, but Jeremy really does decorate his place like any day now. Sigma Chi is going to be calling him back up to the bottom.
So true.
Jeremy lives, his apartment is a shrine to his love for gadgets. He's a real technology geek, which is something that you can only learn about him if you spoke to him for more than 10 seconds. Jeremy is such a tech bro that he keeps trying to update his ADHD to 84K.
That's pretty good.
Jeremy's such a tech bro that he keeps duplicates of power cables in his favorite voltages. That was actually not a joke. That's something he really said to me. Jeremy's such a tech bro that his cologne is Elon Musk. Jeremy says that he grew up in the mean streets of Halifax.
Mean streets.
Any street is mean when you're telling any stranger you meet about your new TI-83 graphic card.
Yeah.
I don't need to tell any more jokes now. It has been an enormous pleasure, and I'll just set this up because Jeremy is an absolute expert in finishing himself off.
I love how mom and dad are laughing at that. Your grandparents are laughing at that. I burped in my mouth.
Keep it going for a knee. I almost fell off my stool on a feminist joke. That hammered so hard. That was amazing. We're gonna keep the momentum going. You know, I'm not gonna do a big thing here before Jeremy. We've heard a lot of jokes already. We're gonna let him rebut. We're gonna give you a chance to push back here. And so, you know, this is the man of the hour.
Here we go.
40-year-old.
Okay, old guy.
A man who really needs no introduction. A man goes by many names.
Chair bear.
Jer Bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jer Bear. DJ Brown Jesus.
You're not really brown.
The bad boy of big data.
Bad boy, big dad. That one never caught on.
Yeah.
Brother Lebanese blanket.
What?
Yeah.
That's a bit, that one didn't catch on either. Kanye Middle East.
What? I'm embarrassed for you at this point.
You got one more?
One more. Steve Handjobs.
An old fashioned. Yeah.
Everybody get very, very loud for the man of the hour.
Oh God.
Wow. I really didn't think they'd be that funny. I wrote my jokes like 2 hours ago. Teo, a man so dark he's never been photographed at night.
Ow.
He's actually a lawyer. Teo is known in the law industry of giving every case his best try.
Oh God.
He was actually... Was this evidence? Teo actually is my lawyer. He defended me once. He just put the camera down, dude. It makes me nervous. I feel like I'm going to shout out World Star, and then we have a whole different situation. Teo's actually my lawyer, and one time he defended me in the streets. You remember this? Guy took my cell phone? The guy took my cell phone, and Teo went up to him and he said, "You have my client's cell phone." And in a perfect English accent, he said, "I
don't speak English. And Teo said, you're speaking English right now. And the guy said, je ne sais quoi. Sadly, this is the one legal defense they did not prepare Teo for in law school. I did not get my cell phone back. How about these roasters? How good are these guys? Yo! I didn't know my friends were this funny. I would have never done this shit if I know they were gonna say the shit they said. All right, how about we start with the he looks likes? Yeah? All right. Marty Pines looks like if a spreadsheet and a turtle had sex. Marty Pines looks like he does accounting for other accountants. He's actually Jewish for anyone here who's blind. Although he's Jewish, he's never been circumcised. Because there's no end to that prick. Pretty good? Yeah? That's pretty good. I got Melanie and Nicole. Where are you guys? All right. Melanie and Nicole. When they said they were going at the same time, I was like, 2 chicks, 1 mic? That sounds shitty. Old internet lore for... Melanie looking like if cigarettes won the lottery. She's a big smoker, guys. You quit, well done, yeah. Kind of kill my punchline there, but it's fine, whatever. Can I take this out?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Melanie wants the party to keep going, right? No kids, just party. In fact, she doesn't even want to have her friends have kids. Is that not true? No? Okay, this is how I know it's true. I am your flower girl at your wedding. I'm the closest thing to an 8-year-old female you have in your friend circle. Yeah. Nicole.
Think about that.
Nicole looking like she doesn't like to do long division in public. She's looking like she drinks so much no one will even notice. It's fine. I bungled that. Okay. It's the microphone. I shouldn't have picked it up. I was too confident. Sorry. All right. When I first met Nicole, I was like, "Where are you from?" And she said, "Burlington." You remember? Woo! Burlington.
Yay.
And I was like, "Oh, Burlington Coat Factory." And you said, "Not that Burlington." And I said, "There's another Burlington, and they're more famous than the Burlington you're from? And they're more famous because they have a coat factory? Your hometown sounds very lucrative." Oh, man.
This is so much better. So much better than the roast.
This is not going well.
Keep going.
How about Palestine? Fiander, looking like she's part of a book club and OnlyFans. There is a niche, yeah. Foot peak guys, I get it. Fiander looking like if one of the Golden Girls could give it another shot. Right? Like, start over. Okay. Fiander dated, as she mentioned, both me and Teo. I guess if you lose a guy like me, you're willing to try anything. You know what I mean? Like, throw out the rule book, whatever. Forrester, looking like a full-grown man who's never went through puberty. Yeah. I'm very aware that I've had too much alcohol at this point. I feel like I'm slurring words. Am I? No? Okay.
No, you're good.
We're good.
Want mom's glasses?
Take your time.
In the fraternity, they called me the ADD wonder. So when I said he has ADD, it comes with a lot of weight. But, hey, he actually got me into 3D printing.
Yo.
He's a builder. He told me he was going to build a rocket-powered skateboard. You remember? Yeah, you know who else did that? Wile E. Coyote. I have more faith that Wile E. Coyote will pull it off than you, big guy. We're doing pretty good. Okay, we got a little momentum. Fraternity. Any fraternity brothers here today? Any fraternity brothers? Woo! If you have a hard time identifying them, they're the one trying to buy your drinks tonight. Ruby Colada. Okay, we got Nick the Russian. Where's Nick the Russian? There he is. Nick the Russian. NASCAR didn't make it. Slap Chop. Slap Chop, you're here. Broccoli Rob. That's your new nickname. We got the Handa Brothers. Oh, put your hands up. Let's go. The Handa Brothers. Yo, these guys are incredible. They're so amazing. Every one of them is very impressive. They all bring something to the table. You got Janak, who's got the looks. You got Nick, who's got the smarts. And you've got Vic. Vic has two his...
Try it, you got it, you got it.
Vic has his two brothers. What I'm saying is, he's trash compared to the other two. I'm not sure which Indian god made them, but after the first two, the god was like, let the fucking intern take a stab at it. I'm very sorry. We got RJ. Where's RJ? Hey, RJ! RJ's the first fraternity brother. We lived together for a while. At one point, I was like, RJ, how do you bring such attractive women back to the house? You're always bringing, and I actually don't think he brings a lot to the table. So I was very curious. How do you do this? And he said, I actually tell embarrassing stories about you. And they're like, I gotta see this shit. All right, where are we at? Matt. Matt Morris. Where's Matt Morris? Hey! Matt Morris is one of my oldest friends. We've known each other since we were like 4 years old. It's well known, very tight with the purse strings. Very frugal guy. He's actually the only one who booked his flight here using Canadian Tire money. Oh, you guys like that one, eh? Yeah. Nice. Jokes. All right, Brad. Where's Brad? All right, Brad.
Oh, shit.
All right, Brad. Brad has his own plane that he flies. What else have you done, Brad? You swam the English Channel, didn't know how to swim. You did the Iditarod, never was on a dog sled, right? What a piece of shit. It's very hard being your friend. You have no idea.
That's it.
Let's take it easy on me.
I have some more, I don't think I can stick the landing.
I got it.
It's fine.
Josh, Ken, Sarah, I'm gonna switch to work. These are all people I used to work for. They've all been my bosses, and they have all inspired me to be my own boss.
It's fine.
No, because they were shit. They were trash. Ken wanted to motivate me to take my career more seriously. Do you remember that, Ken? You were like, climb the corporate ladder, fucking play the politics. But it came out differently. What he said to me was, cut off your fucking mullet.
That was good advice.
That's true. He actually said that to me. But he scheduled it in our work calendar. We got Josh McKinnon. I worked with Josh for like 15 years. What's going on, Josh? Josh is a lot like Kanye West. Everyone refers to him as a genius, but gets really nervous when he starts talking in public. We got Jad! Where's Jad? Yalla Habibi! Yalla, yalla, yalla! Jad was the one telling you it was not authentic Lebanese food tonight. Yeah, it wasn't very good. Jad, every time I introduce Jad, I'm like, oh, this is my friend Jad, he's Lebanese. He always goes, I'm actually 100% Lebanese. I'm actually from Lebanon. It's like, keep that shit over there, dude. Don't start conflicts over here. Family, dinner, Jaden, okay.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, be nice.
It's fine, I won't remember this tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
This is actually, I'm gonna make some jokes about my family now. Don't worry, Uncle Mike. You're not me. Uncle Jad from the Middle East. I'm very sure there will never, ever be peace in the Middle East. I'm very confident. And if you don't believe me, you should come spend the day with my family.
Yes, yes. It's so true.
Sorry, Brad. Oh my Lord, we have my dad here.
Oh gosh.
I once asked my dad, I said, hey, if you could do it all again, from the start, what would you do differently? And he said,
Okay.
I would have never had kids. Thanks, Dad. Good advice. I love you too. I wanted to make some jokes about my mom, and then I remember thinking she's just such a wonderful person, invites everyone into the home, feeds everyone. There's really, and then one time, for my 16th birthday, she double booked and dropped me off on the side of the highway for my 16th birthday. I can't tell if she's laughing, she's got the iPad.
She's laughing.
You're good. You're good.
And she's crying, yeah, okay.
She'll cry later. She's fine.
I had to do my job, sorry.
Maybe we should get Marty up to tell some more jokes. What do you guys think? What's the follow-up to LGBTQ2? Alright, we got Jaden here. Where's Jaden, my nephew? Yeah?
Careful.
Him and I had a competition to see who could lose the most weight.
Oh god.
The results are in. We're both losers. I got crazy Uncle Mike here. Crazy Uncle Mike, let's go! I love Uncle Mike. He is my favorite person. Crazy Uncle Mike always has a lot of fashion advice for me. Every time I see him, he's a fashion guy. He has fashion advice. He'll always say things like, have you considered losing weight? You'll look better if you're not so fat. Wouldn't it be nice to see your knees again? I feel like I'm talking to an Ozempic commercial every time. Alright, that was alright. Okay, Armin, Leonard, Ara, Lily? What's that? What do you point to, Mom? Again, the Middle East, there will never be peace. When Anika and I first started dating, I remember meeting her family and being a little intimidated. I'm like, this is going to be a little challenging. Their family's different from ours. It's just different, right? They do things differently. Like, read, agree with each other,
Yeah.
enjoy each other's company, right?
I get it.
Weird.
Awkward.
Okay, great. Ani,
Yes.
my lord. Okay, Ani, whenever I've introduced Ani, she's been really impressive. Everyone has been really impressed with her. And it's been 6 years, and I'm still really impressed with how clumsy she is.
Oh. Careful. You're welcome.
Her PhD should have came with a helmet.
100% true.
It is too late to get
Yeah.
Marty up here, right?
Yeah. It's too late.
I actually bought her an engagement ring recently. Yeah. I told her, I hit it, and I said, as soon as you find it, I will propose.
I know where it is.
Hey, Tiffany. You're not turning 40 right now.
Simmer down.
Pump the
Simmer down.
brakes. I told Anik, as soon as she finds the ring, I will propose. I put it behind a box of Costco Band-Aids. So any day now. Because she's clumsy. Yeah, okay. I mean, those are all my jokes. I really didn't expect these people to be this good. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. It means so much to me that you guys are all here. It's been a real treat, and anytime you guys want me to get together and shit on you, I'm happy to do it. Thank you so much. I love you all.